Hi, I'm William Tenholder. I've been playing for hundreds of years. Just kidding. But I have won thousands of games, and this one was something experimental. I have been through these sorts of positions, but I wanted to see what would happen. So let's go through this and make it a fun experience for you. So, Queen Pawn, oppose. I always oppose, and they bring out the knight. Now I had to think about this. Do I want to just leave that knight around, or is this an aggressive move? Well, I thought I'll try something that I don't usually do. I took the knight right away because my instincts told me that this is an aggressive player. So they take. I've got nothing to lose because they doubled their pawns, right? Okay, so I put up an aggressive move of my own, which is based on the following: takes, queen check, knight takes, and so we end up with a very open position, a somewhat dangerous position for black, right? So I pin the knight on the queen, and they protect the knight. Then I attack the knight with the pawn, and they check. So this is a very sharp line. Don't recommend it. This is a bit of a wild ride, okay? It's a bit of a wild ride, what I just did. But you can see that also their king is out in the open exposed. And they're very busy attacking. So I have a defense with the knight. The knight comes in for check, which is, this is a tough situation because it's a fork on the rook. Except queen can take. So yeah, that was kind of funny. So they back off with the bishop, and I figured, you know what? It's time to exchange queens. Come in with the bishop, and you know what? The queen is gone. The king is stuck in the middle now, and we have a couple of plays. First, we have to discourage the bishop because we would like to castle with check, and then we have a winning game. So let's kick the bishop the heck out of here. Find another place to live, buddy. Well, I just moved his pawn up, so I castled with check. Now the bishop is gone. So we're looking at pure dominance here. They push the pawn up, and I just have to make sure I develop, right? That's the whole thing right now, is who can develop faster. And so we see development with the bishop, attack on the bishop. Now the bishop can attack the king. King has to move. And now we're in a position to, make sure that we don't give up any pieces. So the pawn to g6 is important to stop the rook from taking and coming in, causing havoc. Clearly I'm playing against a pretty good player. They have some good moves. Now they're pinning my bishop on the rook, and that's easily refuted because with the knight connecting with the other knight, the rook connecting with rook, that's beautiful. You could take a picture of that. That is the most beautiful defense Rook protecting rook, knight defending knight, and it's amazing. I love it. So they push up a pawn. The game is just about over, right? Check on the king. Now, this is tricky because with this king move, I could lose my bishop. So I have to move my bishop. And of course, that is attacking the rook. That's good for me. They try for some heroics with the pawn. Check on the king with my knight. And again, I have to be careful because I could lose my knight here. So, X-ray attack on the king and the rook. Look at that. That is the best move of the game. Sweet, sweet move. They cannot take the knight. And if the knight moves, the rook is gone. So they take with their pawn. Of course, I cannot take with my pawn. I have to take with the knight. I can't let the rook in. So now the rook is still not able to get an attack going. They move their other pawn up because they want to move my knight out. But I've got check. And, you know, I'm thinking at this point, checkmate, right? We're very close to that point with the two rooks getting into action. So, king moves back. And this is a discovered check. And this discovered check means they lose their rook. And basically, this is the end of the game for them. King moves. Bishop takes rook. King takes. Rook takes. Now the king is left in the center of the board with one bishop facing the bishop, the rook, and two knights. Yes, that was it. But it was the beauty. Look at the beauty of this move here, right? Look at the beauty of that move right there. That move right there. The X-ray attack was the deciding factor, right? It was brutal. They tried for play, but there's the move, right? Check and discovered X-ray attack. This is, take a picture of that again. It's beautiful. X-ray attack on the king and the X-ray attack discovered on the other rook. I mean, it's just poetry in motion. You give up the rook, you take the rook, give up the rook, and take the other rook. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. It was my pleasure to show this to you, how to win at chess. Have a great evening. Yeah, sweet.